Well, good morning. It's awfully chilly today. The wind's not blowing as bad as it has been. So I'm gonna get some work done out here in the shack. Got some wood we need to restack. So gonna move this pallet. I'm gonna move this pallet onto that one, onto that one, and then I got two ricks of hardwood right here that we're gonna move. I'm gonna move inside. I got this crate out here that I'd like to keep wood in, but it's pretty heavy. I don't have anyone to help me lift it over these and get it in here before, so I'm gonna have to do a little shuffling of stuff. So this is all wood from the back of the property. It's softwood. It burns really fast. So I've got some hardwood, and it burns slower, hotter. It's really helped out the last couple days. So need to get it inside, of course. Can't leave it outside. I don't really want it outside, so we're going to get it stacked in here and looking good. So that's the project for today. Okay, so that rick is unloaded. It is a mix of walnut and oak, and eventually I'd like to have, I got to take that one back to the guy, but typically those come with a plastic tub inside of them, and they hold water, chemicals, kind of whatever. So I'm trying to get like 4 or 5 of those, and I'll do the same thing. I'll cut the front of it out, take the tote out, plastic part out of it, and then use it in here, and eventually, you know, maybe redo all this and then run the totes along this wall, have them stacked full of wood, and then we can kind of keep it up against the wall, kind of neat, nice, organized, stuff like that. So, but for now, this is the oak and walnut wood, and it stops right here. It goes this way. This is a bunch of crap from the back of the property. It burns real good. It just burns fast because it's not a hardwood. So it took me about 45 minutes to get that rick unloaded and stacked. Kind of trimmed it up a little bit. I took a bunch of the bark off of there, so I got it saved. Sometimes I'll take the bark, lay it down on the hot bed of coals to kind of get it going a little bit quicker, and then put the wood on top. But so this rick out here, this one, is all oak. So I'm going to stack it in this little container for now to kind of keep it somewhat organized, and then my buddy will come get his stacker back. So yeah, we're getting there. Still a little cold out here, but it's not too bad. Eventually, you know, have this really cleaned up, organized. You know, learned a lot this first year. So the spring and summer, I'm really going to focus on getting the wood chopped up. That way we don't run into any issues, or, you know, like we had to buy some wood, hardwood. We had to buy all this hardwood this year, so it's kind of expensive, but needed to have it because it was just too cold. Going through this too fast. So is what it is. Going to really plan over the spring and summer to do a better job with the wood, and then don't have to worry about it in the winter. So that's where we're at. All right, let's get started. And we're done. So the metal rick is empty, and it's all loaded in this pallet. So probably should have taken some time and put some, you know, sheeting around it, because I kind of had to stack it weird at the bottom, just so it didn't fall out, and then got it stacked up there. But everything is unloaded. Again, this is all oak wood in here. This is a mix of walnut and oak. Listen, I'm not an arborist. I don't see the difference. Maybe if someone could point some differences out to me, I could figure it out. But just looking at them, I don't see much difference at all. So whatever. But that's done. I was gonna shut the door a little bit, but the door is frozen shut. So I gotta wait for a little bit of heat, change in temperature, and it's stuck down here. So Eventually I need to dig this trench out a little bit more, and so the door can hang, and then this won't be a problem, but whatever right now. So that's what I got. Also got a truck bed full of these little fold up wooden boxes, so I need to get the truck back here, unload them, and then probably about it for the day. I already loaded up 2 tubs to go up to the house for the fireplace, so that's done. That's out of here. So I'm gonna go get my truck, I'll unload it, and then that'll about conclude the outdoor activities for today.
Well, hello. Saturday morning. Sorry, there's not been much video uploading. I don't do. I have a full-time job, so 8 to 5, or whatever. Well, morning. First off, thanks for watching the channel. Appreciate everyone as we kind of go through this journey of fixing this place up, how we want it, how we like it. Sorry there's not been a bunch of videos. I have a regular day job and I'll just do this, so by the time I get home it's dark. Not a lot of projects to do outside, so not a lot of stuff. So Saturday morning I'm going to get this truckload of wood, 2x4s unloaded that I got from my work, and we're going to get them put in the shack, and then bought a toolbox at a estate sale down the street from the house, so we're going to go get it, and then we're also going to go get some totes. A buddy of mine called and said that his place had a couple totes that they wanted to get rid of. I'm more than welcome to them, so we're going to go get the toolbox, come back, unload it, get the trailer hooked up, and then go get the totes. So let's do it. This is the wood that I got. So this machine, it's a CNC cutting machine. It came from Sweden, so these are actual 2x4s that actually measures 2x4 inches. So it's good to have. I do have to keep it separated from everything else I got. So these are all American 2x4s, stuff. So I'm gonna have to separate them a little bit. That way I'm just not kind of mindlessly grabbing stuff and then I get messed up. So I do have a pallet on the bottom, so I think maybe I just need to get the pallet out of there, put the pallet down over here somewhere, and then stack them. So let's get to it. Done. I got to get better about remembering to film stuff, set up the tripod and record. Right now I just have my phone. One of these days I'll buy a little bit better camera for doing YouTube stuff, but got the pallet unloaded, got the 2x4 stacked on top, and then there I had some longer stuff I just stacked right there. So the old wood shack is filling up pretty good. We're gonna go get those totes today. That's gonna help out with this. Not right now, I'm not gonna restack everything right now, but get organized like we talked about in the last couple of videos. Kind of get some of this. This is all original from the house. Our house was built in 1910 and then was rebuilt. So this is all original to the house. Got a bunch of nails and stuff in there. So I don't know that I'll do anything with it, but it's cool to keep. You don't want to get rid of it. And then here's the ends to all the pallets we've been taking apart for the pallet wall in the shop. So, well, let's load up and go get the toolbox. Well, before we go get the toolbox, have to take care of the yard birds. Water's not looking so hot out here, so let's get this changed out. What up? Close up? Nope. All right, water's done. Fence is back on. Now let's go get the toolbox. We're back from the estate sale where I got I call it a toolbox. I don't really know. He used it, the man, the dad or whatever, used it for tools. I don't know. I'm going to use it for tools. I don't know what it's intended for, but it's heavy. It's made of steel. It's old. So here it is right here. Magnetic kind of drawers. So you got to kind of tug on them to get it open. But this dude is heavy.
heavy, heavy, heavy. So here it is. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it just yet. And of course we had to make a couple trips to the estate sale because we found more stuff that we wanted every time we went. And then the cash only, so I'd have to come back to the house, get some more cash. But it's in here. Now, the plan, to hook up the trailer, and we're going to go get the totes for the wood. So let's do that. All right, trailer is hooked up. Small little trailer. I can put 2 of them in here, and then maybe 1 or 2 in here. See how many they have, but definitely can get 2 of them on this trailer and 1 in the back of the truck. Hopefully they have some. Let's go see. Well, take the dogs out here on a little run. Got the totes earlier, got them unloaded. Just 2 of them right now. But I'll get more as soon as I get more. Really don't want to buy any, so I'm going to get them for free, but we got to get the inner liner taken out of them. I'll do that this week, maybe next weekend. We'll see how it goes. But take the dogs on a little run to the back of the property. In the house whining, so we'll get them out here, run them a little bit, and then maybe a nap. All right, see you later. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Basically, just cut the front out of it, cut it off the bottom, and then pulled that dude. Well, it had some crossbars that go in here, but pulled that dude right out. So have to put that in the back of the truck. The back of the truck's full of wood. I just went and got some wood from a local guy here in town. They were giving it away, so I went and loaded a trailer. Trailer over there is completely full. Back of my truck's completely full. So back my truck up here later, load this up with wood, and yeah, then I'll take that to work, throw it away. That was way easy. Yeah, baby. All right, let's do it. Stay in the grass until you get up to the rocks, okay?
Okay.
All right. Love you. I'll be up in a minute. How's it going? Well, Saturday here on the old homestead. Got to do a little bit of choring. Chickens, rabbits, quail. Got to get everything done Saturday. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to compilate some Saturdays and Sundays together. I think I mentioned before I have a Monday through Friday job. I don't do this, for a living. So got a Monday through Friday job. So I'm going to just kind of compilate some stuff together. Whatever I get done on the weekend, maybe 2 weekends, I'll get it posted on the page, and I appreciate everyone that has watched the videos and has subscribed to the channel. Been a couple of them, and I really appreciate that. As we kind of go through, it's a windy day in Kansas. The wind's blowing pretty good. The sun's out though. It is beautiful. It's nice. It's still a little chilly. So got the water here for the chickens. Put it on the old golf cart. Trying something different. So you can't really see it, but I took a jar of beets. I blended it up and I put it in here. I read where it's good for freezing. We're getting towards the point where there's, the freeze is kind of over, but it was 25 degrees when I got home last night. If you didn't know, I also do a podcast. So I have a regular day job, and then I work for a company that owns a couple dirt tracks, and I do the announcing, social media, and a podcast for the racetrack. So last night I drove over to one of our other racetracks in southeast Kansas. Chanute, Kansas is where I went. The track is in Humboldt, Kansas, Humboldt Speedway. It's a very famous quarter-mile bull ring track over in Humboldt. So I went over there last night. I got to talk to all of our 2024 track champions. I did it live. It's called Above the Cushion. I'll put a little note in the description of this video, and maybe you can go over to there and check out some racing content, some dirt track racing content. I'd appreciate a like and a follow on that page as well. Try to get an episode put out every week. but typically it's every 2 weeks. Once we get racing, though, it is every week. So I do quite a few podcasts and videos on the YouTube page as well. So water's loaded up in the golf cart. I'm going to get my gloves and the bucket for the feed. I'm going to go feed the chickens. So let's do it. Well, I apologize. Not much content getting filmed today. The wind is blowing from the south like crazy. So I tried to set up the tripod while I was choring all the quail and the rabbits. And it just kept, the wind just kept blowing it over. And the angles I could put the camera, you couldn't hardly see anything while I was doing. So sorry about that. Thought I was going to get some stuff today. But I do have the chickens are chored, the rabbits, the quail, they're all taken care of. I got some wood for the house. I'm going to go inside and start a fire, get some stuff done. I do want to talk about my hay barn here. So, as you can see, it's got open windows, open doors. Some pieces are falling off at the top, and kind of like that hay barn, that hay door right there needs a little bit of attention. So that's going to be a project for the summer. I'm going to rent a little man lift, and I'm going to try to replace some of the boards where they're missing. There's quite a few on the back that are missing, and some ones on the front that are broken and chopped up. If you see kind of there at the bottom where they're missing, and then of course the doors. I want to get some sort of a door put on there. That way we can slide it open, slide it closed. You know, like right now, it'd be nice if it was closed and then the wind wasn't getting to all the animals in there. But everything's a, you know, long-term game for sure. Especially with that, I'm gonna have to get some wood. I'm gonna have to get it cut. It's not gonna look right at first because that's obviously that's all weathered and it looks beautiful. But do kind of want to close it up since we have all our animals in that barn anyway. So yeah, just not a very good day for filming content. I probably need to get something that I can like hang on me to be able to film instead of the tripod, but the wind was just too much for the tripod today. Try to look at some stuff to be able to hold the phone on me, and then you can kind of watch as I chore and do activities. Would like to upgrade to some GoPros and some other cameras that people use that film content, but just using my phone right now, so just dealing with what we got. Anyway, gonna do some stuff. We'll see you later.
Doing a little grilling tonight. Didn't get much chores done today besides doing the animals. Gonna do a little bacon, a little chicken, mashed potatoes, some corn, and of course, I'm drinking beer. Tried a little bit different tonight. Normally, it's coated in the barbecue sauce. Tonight, just going straight cooking the chicken. Then, right before it's done, boom, glaze. So we're going for tonight. Onions are looking on point. Delicious. Delicious, delicious. Nothing but deliciousness. We added some color. Some onions, some peppers. It's going to be delicious, as always. Alright, bacon is done. Chicken is now cooking in the bacon grease. Well, I've chopped up the chicken. Going to do a little honey barbecue on there. Cooked in bacon grease. Doesn't get any better than that. Alright, barbecue sauce is on. It smells really good. I'm going to add some more once I get it completely done. Like, I'll get it done, I'll put it in the bucket, I'll add some more barbecue sauce on top of it. Peppers, looking pretty good, starting to get a little dark. Onions, them done. So, just waiting on some chicken, a little bit thicker chicken. Not cut up as small this time, so I gotta let it cook just a little bit longer, but we're getting there. Chicken's done. Gonna put the peppers in the middle just to get a little more heat on them. But we're getting close. We're getting close to supper time right now. So the store froze shut. Now that it's thawed, I got it closed. Add a little handle to it. So
Also dug this trench out. Eventually I'll dig it deeper. And someone suggested putting, PVC pipe, like digging it real deep, putting sand in a PVC pipe in there with drain holes in it. That way if any water got in it, it would drain through the sand. So it's on the list of things to do. But I don't really like this open. I don't really like this open because people can see in there what I got. Mainly just those people, and I don't really like that. I don't like that the neighbors are that close to the house, but it is what it is. So got that closed up, put the handle on there. I think the handle looks pretty good. It'll do. So working on just little projects. I got the window finished up over there. You can see it, and right there. And then of course we got the tub taken out and got the front of the cage cut off. So that's the job well done. The next thing is I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all this wood. So I needed to get it off of the trailer and put somewhere, but I haven't decided really where I want to put it. A lot of it's going to get cut up for firewood. It's not that great of a wood. It's not great wood, but it was free. So probably these bigger stumps. Daisy said maybe do like a little seating thing. They're pretty nasty though. They've been setting out. I don't know what those are, but they're kind of covered in them and they're nasty. They've been setting out for who knows how long. They just got like shit all over them, fungi, and so they may not be good for sitting on, but eventually we'll get it cut up. I'll put it in the totes and then we'll burn it. So trying to decide if I want to mess with this tonight. It's getting about 5 o'clock. Work starts tomorrow, and still got supper to cook. Laundry to do. I think we're on laundry load number 7 today. Lots of laundry around this place. So trying to decide what I want to do with it, but it was free. We will use it. We will cut it up, but need to get it off this trailer in case I need the trailer to go get more of those totes. So we'll see. It's beautiful out here. Me and old Bella got the tank taken out of this one, so need to go thinking about putting it in the barn over there, but we'll have to see. But we got the tank out of it, most important. So good job. All right, everyone's fed, everyone's watered on this side of the barn. So, still haven't done the quail, so I need to get them done. But I always do the rabbits first, quail last. I don't know why. I don't really like the quail that much. We've only had them for dinner once. They're pretty good. Never had quail, it's pretty good. But I always do the quail last. Typically I always get this east side taken care of. There's only 7 rabbits in here. Whole snaggle here. We need to get that tooth cut off. But every day I've been petting them a little bit, all of them, so they kind of get familiar. So one of these days I'll get this one familiar enough. I'll grab him, cut them teeth off of there so he can eat better and kind of take care of stuff better. But everybody's fed and watered on this side. So now we'll go to all the ones over there. Chickens are done, but the bunnies need fed. Some of them need water. Some of them still have some water, so we'll just top the water off and be good. So we get to finishing these up. We already get the chickens. Still had some beet water, so I just added a gallon to it. So they should be good till tomorrow. But we'll get all of them chored in here, and then we'll be done. We'll do some do some construction activities. We're gonna cut a piece of wood to close up that window right there. So that's on today's task. So we'll get everybody chored in here, and then we'll do some construction stuff. Well, candy room was kind of a disaster, but is what it is. So basically, if you didn't know, we make freeze-dried candy, and we're trying to run a batch of stuff for a big fundraiser we just did for a local school, and kind of had a mishap, but it does happen. So every once in a while, candy just, because we buy it from manufacturers, candy just kind of explodes in the machine. So basically we just got to get it machines cleaned out, and then we can try to run another batch. It's really hit or miss on the candy thing. It's very tough. But so while they're cleaning the machine and the trays, I'm going to get the animals chored up and then do some stuff around the house. So mix crumbles, 15%, 16% egg ration crumbles, and then fancy scratch. It's kind of what we have. That's what I bought today. So gonna roll out here and feed the chickens. So we got a few chickens that jump the fence and just kind of roam around the property, which is okay. They pretty much never go past the hay barn right here. This one we call Wilma. Cool looking bird. But they know what the golf cart means. They know I got some stuff for them. So we just roll out here. Seeing this jump right over. No big deal. However, I'm not that nimble, so for me to get over the fence is a little more difficult. I've also fallen a few times. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. So, see if I can do this one-handed. You gotta be careful because you'll step on them. I just stepped on one of them right there. But you gotta kind of lay some down, I've noticed, and then just pretty much have do a trail. Some of the roosters are a little mean. Every once in a while, gotta get them. But just kind of do a line, that way everyone can kind of move around. And old Larry, but every once in a while the chickens fight. There's old Wilma. Wilma's the only one that looks like that color. And we have these red brown ones, and we have these black and white ones. Larry's pretty cool looking. I guess here's another one that looks like Wilma. But Wilma is a lot more distinct, a lot more yellow and orange on the front, like on her neck. So there's another one that kind of looks like Wilma. But then you got that rooster right there. We don't really have a name for him. Here's another one. I guess I've not paid attention much, but so I don't know what these black and white ones are called. I don't really know what these red ones are called. and then we got 3 of them like this. But Wilma is distinct, and that's always the one that gets out. It's always that particular chicken that gets out. So check on their water. I did the beets, the beet water yesterday, and I filled it up more than normal, and they've drank quite a bit of it. Still got a little bit in there, so I'll have to go get some water and fill that up. But yep, I don't know if it's right or wrong when you put the feed down like that, kind of all over the ground, but we're gonna use this ground for our garden next year. So they got it tilled up pretty good. Of course, you can really see where they're at and where what the grass looked like. So the ground's pretty tilled up looking. So I don't know if it's right or wrong. Sometimes I'll do a figure 8. I've done it over here, I've done it right there, I've done it up through the center, I've done it all down there, all down here, just kind of whatever. A lot more, I need to do it down on the other side of that little shade thing. They haven't quite got that area tilled down like they do this, but right or wrong, I don't know. But first time chicken farmer here. So need to get him some water, check on some eggs, so we'll do that. What a beautiful day it is. Dogs are out here going on a little bit of a run. Still got animals to chore. Went and bought feed this morning. Everyone was getting low, so just went and stocked it back up. We're gonna take dogs on a run. Sounds like there's a little emergency in the candy room, so I gotta go help out with that. And I'm gonna do some stuff outside today and get some stuff finished up, and need to get that last tote taken out of that cage so I can put wood in it. I got more wood to go get. So it's just a beautiful day. It is. I mean, not gonna last, right? We're not quite out of the woods just yet for winter stuff, but it is absolutely gorgeous out today. Love it. Woo! Happy Super Bowl Sunday. So last night was the awards banquet for the racetracks that I work for. So I actually didn't do anything around the house yesterday. I spent pretty much all day getting ready for that. So got up, and my daughter and I went and got some food for a Super Bowl party we're going to today. And then she chored all the animals. She got some wood from the shack for the fireplace. So she did everything, and I worked on getting the awards banquet completed up. So they're off to church today, and I stayed back. Got a lot of stuff I need to get done around here. So the kids and the wife went to church, and we're going to chore some animals. We need to got two tubs of wood right here on the back of the golf cart for the fireplace. So we definitely need to get these stocked up. We need to get we have a backup water here, so we need to get it filled up for the chickens, and then we need to get feed, and we'll head out and get the chickens fed. So another thing that's going to happen here in the next probably 60 days or so, we're going to get some meat birds. So right now we just have layers, and we just get chicken eggs. We're going to introduce some meat birds, so we can have fresh farm raised chicken here at the house. So that's going to happen probably the next 60 days or so. So we got to do a little work on the fence. We're going to have to maybe do a little work on the chicken tractor, maybe build us another one, but we got plenty of wood, so we should be okay. So let's get moving. Let's get choring these animals. By the way, it's cold. It's cold in Kansas. Cold snap this weekend, so bundled up pretty good, and let's go do this. Chickens are, of course, Wilma, Sally, and then Larry out here poking around. Those are the three that pretty much jumped the fence all the time and get out here. A couple of them will do it every once in a while, but past their feeding time, so they was ready to eat, so get out here and harass me a little bit. But got a little mix of crumbles and scratch in here. See the scratch? Crumbles. I went with the beet water again. So it's supposed to get, the last time I tried the beet water, it didn't get cold, freezing cold. So I wasn't able to really try it. So what we're gonna do now is I got it fixed up, and it's supposed to be like in the teens, I think, the next couple days. So we're gonna see if this works or not. No one said that it doesn't work, and everything that's in those beets is okay for the chickens. So see what happens. So I didn't fill it up all the way. I think it's like a 7-gallon water, and I just put about 3 gallons in there with a jar of chopped up, diced up beets, put through the blender and kind of pureed it a little bit so it will come out of the spout, and then they can eat the beets too. So one right here at the fence, they were ripping ready to go. We did lose a couple over the winter. It got a little too cold, and I think a couple of them didn't get into the coop at the right time at night, and then they got locked out, and then the cold got to them. So no good. Don't like that happening. But we are, I would hope, on the tail end of winter, maybe another 60 days or so, and then we'll get we're gonna get some more layers, and then we'll get the meat birds. So that'll be pretty good. So let's get them fed here. All right, everybody's happy. I threw a couple out here at the front. You can kind of see the little spots of food, and then I just walk with the bucket all the way around. I made a big J shape today. Everyone's pretty spread out. The roosters will chase chickens around and move them, which they think is like a better spot or whatever, but it's all the same. So need these longer days to start happening. We need to get some egg production going. We're kind of lacking, but the 2 roosters are going to chase each other around. But big J shape of food today, so should be good to go. They'll get it all ate up. You never find anything. They eat everything, and they've done a good job on this land. As we get ready, we're going to use this area for our garden for next year. So this we'll get in here after this next little freeze that's going to happen, and we'll get all this knocked down, all this tall grass that they can't get, whatever that stuff is. Whatever that is, they'll mower will get it knocked down, and then we'll start putting the garden's not going to be this big. It'll be a little bit smaller, but this ground is pretty tilled up, and that's what we wanted. So of course you can see the difference from where they've been to where the fence line is to the grass out there. I mean, they've really got this thing nice. So looks good. So chickens are done, water's out there, food is out there. I got a scrap bucket, we'll bring them later. We feed them some table scrap stuff, just a little bit extra, but so we'll bring that out a little bit later, but we're done for now. All right, now we're going to get some water for the rabbits. So I got these gallon jugs, 3 of them fills up all the water for the rabbits and the quail, and then I got a 4th one in there just in case. So it's supposed to be cold, so we might have to put some hay in a couple of the cages, but we'll get everyone fed and watered and hay them up, and then get that done. Then that'll be all the chores. This wood, then next what's up is need to get this wood right here. It's up against the house. It's been rained on and snowed on, so we need to get it away from the house. We'll take it out and get it dried. We'll get 2 buckets on here. We'll fill them up full of wood so we can get the house going. As you can see, it's in there on fire, smoking, trying to heat up the house, so that's always good. But all right, let's get the rabbits and the quail done, and then that'll be all the animals chored, and then we'll get all the wood stuff taken care of. That's where we're at next. All right, so everyone is fed and watered. I did have five 4 water bottles freeze up, so I gotta go thaw them out, but everyone's watered, everyone's fed. I gotta get his water bottle, and then I can cover them all back up with the tarp. Tarp definitely helps, but it's not ideal, and I need to get a longer tarp for this side. It doesn't cover everything, so might work on that here in a little bit. But everyone's fed, everyone's watered, and need to go, I guess not everyone's watered. I need to go de-thaw a couple of the buckets. I got 4 of them here. Get them thawed out, watered back up, and then everyone will be good to go. Everyone's fed, watered. I got the quail done. Also got them covered up with the tarp down there. Since they're down there by the open door, cover them up with the tarp. That helps a lot. But I do need to get this door. I want to get this door filled in. So like the windows up here, they're filled in. I want to get this one filled in. I understand like there's drafts right there, but you know, want to get that filled in. That way helps out a little bit. And then of course I want to get this end piece covered up as well, but I don't want to hang a tarp. It looks like shit. So not enough time in the day, not enough resources to get it all done in a timely manner before the snow is supposed to hit Kansas. So do the best we can, but might go get a tarp for these right here, cover them up the best we can, and then might have to run to Harbor Freight, favorite store in the world, and get a couple tarps. We'll see. But got a few go de-thaw the water. So I got these 3 right here, then I got 1 on the other side that needs to get done. So we'll go do that, and then we'll be done with chores for the animals. Then we'll move on for chores for the house. So we got to get us some firewood so we can stay warm. But shout out to my buddy Heath, Enterprise Dent Repair. Super warm beanie. I finally found it after we moved, hiding. So I got it today. Actually starting to sweat a little bit, which feels good because it's really cold outside. Like my face is a little cold. Beard isn't quite doing it, but it's close. So yeah, let's go de-thaw this water, and then we'll be done doing animal chores. Boom, done. So got the bottles thawed out, got tarps covered up. Everyone's in there, everyone's fed, everyone's watered, everyone's gonna get cozy inside of here. Everyone's done over here. Thinking about the tarp. I got some other stuff I need to do before I run go get a tarp, but might help out over here. Super aggressive on that water though. Super aggressive. But everything's done. Now we need to take care of the inside and get the wood stuff done. So we'll go grab the stuff that's beside the house, get the 2 tubs, drop that stuff off where we need it to go, and then fill up the 2 tubs. So really easy, really simple, or so it sounds. I had the flue open a little bit on the inside, so I had to close it while I was in there getting those bottles de-thawed. But it's about the stove's at about 300 degrees or so, so close it up. It'll heat it a little bit longer, get the house a little bit warmer. Be ideal if the house was about 75, 76. Only problem is the heat doesn't go the entire house. It just heats up like the kitchen, living room area. Doesn't really get into the bedrooms too much on the first floor. There's 2 bedrooms on the second floor that have mini splits. So those 2 bedrooms upstairs in the hallway and the bathroom, there's another little bedroom bathroom thing up there. Those stay pretty warm because we keep the mini splits going. But master bedroom doesn't get enough of the heat from the wood stove. So we have to have a little space heater in there. One of these days we'll figure this wood fire deal out, and we'll be able to have heat in the whole house. But this is our first year, and we're just kind of lacking right now. So we're gonna get these tubs put in the golf cart. I'll put that wood in the tubs, then we'll go back to the shack. I'll put that wood in there so it can dry. I'll get dry wood in the tubs, bring them up front, then we'll be good to go. So been looking at different options for cameras to record. Looked at some body mount stuff, looked at some different camera options, because right now I use my phone as we're getting started on this journey, so I don't want to invest a bunch of money into a camera just yet. But I need to do something different than my phone, because sometimes it's hard to remember to get my phone out all the time to record, and you know, trying to listen to music or a podcast or something like that. So sometimes it's tough to remember to get my phone out to record. So that's why some of the content isn't as good as we get started. But I appreciate everyone that has watched and has been watching. There's a few views, there's a couple followers, so I appreciate that very much. So let's get this wood loaded up, and then we'll go out to the shack. Yeah, remember when we put the handle on this? It's been I know it's going to be in the same video, but it's been a couple weeks ago. Oh, now it's froze shut. There we go. It's been a couple weeks ago we put that handle on there, but it's really helped. Ground froze a little bit, which is nice because it was really soft around here. So handle, get it in there. So we'll just back right up to the wood. And we're in there. So it really helps if, you know, having that open all the way. If it is raining or it is snowing or whatever, you got to get out and open it, but then you can just back the golf cart right up in here, and we'll get to all the wood. So our supply of oak is getting knocked down a little bit. These are all pieces of bark. I've been saving them. So if we kind of let the fire die a little bit, maybe we don't get up in the middle of the night, let the dogs out, I'll put those down on a hot bed of coals. Those will flame up really good and get the flue warmed up and get everything going, and then I'll start putting the wood down. So this wood here is from the back of the property, so it's going to go on this pile right here and get a little dried out, and then from this pile and this pile we'll fill up both of those tubs, and then it'll head to the house. That'll be most of the chores for today. Got some inside stuff to do, but that's about everything on the outside. So I'm going to try to film this. So I'm going to get the tripod set up, and I'll film kind of what I'm doing. Then you'll see it in super fast mode. Yep. Well, we're done with wood. Shut everything down in the shop that I had going on. I had a couple things charging, so I shut them down. I forgot to film that. So we're gonna take the golf cart back to the front and put it in the garage. I got my truck stuck in the back of the property the other day. I still have mud in the wheels. I went to the car wash once and washed it out. And yes, I do have my own power washer, but I don't want to drag all the shit out. So easier just to go up to the car wash, support a local person, local family owns a car wash here in our town. So go up there, support them. I know it's only a couple bucks, but keep it flowing. And we'll get the wheels washed on the truck, because about 65, they'll shake your teeth out. So haven't been driving it much. Took the wife's car yesterday to the banquet, just because I didn't want to deal with all the shaking. So need to go get that done. So animals are chored, wood's in the back. We're gonna go take care of the truck here real quick, and then pretty much the rest of the day I need to do some cooking, so we'll film that for a little Super Bowl party at my brother and sister-in-law's tonight. And then brother-in-law, sister-in-law, I don't have a brother, but get some cooking. We're gonna do some chicken wings, we're gonna do some little smokies, so we'll get that all done. We'll film that as we're cooking. Of course, we're gonna cook on the Pit Boss. I got me a little Pit Boss grill. So since I turned 40 last year, I'll be 41 this year here in a few months. Since I turned 40, that's kind of like my meat smoking era, you know, like get a little, you know, I got this 10 acres. I'm gonna start smoking my own meat. We'll have meat chickens here pretty soon, and I'm sure some of them will end up on the smoker. So we're gonna go take care of the, as you can see, pretty packed in there. Didn't quite get it all. So we're gonna go wash the truck wheels again, just the fronts. I got the backs pretty good. Of course, I had the front more stuck than I had the back, so pretty good in there. So we'll go get the front wheels washed up so it doesn't shake your teeth out, and then we'll come back and we'll start cooking. I'm kind of looking forward to these chicken wings. I got a few recipes I found on the internet, and I'm excited about it. So get everything out of here, and then we'll go wash the truck. Had to walk out here to the camper to get the second crock pot. So I got little smokies, hickory brown sugar barbecue sauce going in one crock pot. Come out here to get the other crock pot so I can do the queso. Found a recipe on TikTok, so I'm gonna do it up here. I'm gonna alter it a little bit on like some of the ingredients the video put in there, so I'm gonna redo that, but for the most part pretty much the same. So get in the old camper and get the crock pot. Got the old Pit Boss fired up too. Been a while since I cooked on it, so I got it at like 350 degrees. Well, I'm trying to get to 350. Burn off some of the stuff inside, and we'll put the chicken wings on there. All right, so the chicken drumsticks are out. Queso is going. We got little smokies, marinating in some barbecue sauce. This is a good deal here. Good deal. Chicken drumsticks have been dried. They've been rubbed in avocado oil. Now they are coated in the Brazilian steak kinders. So 300 degrees on the smoker. That's where they're gonna go for about an hour and a half. Ought to be pretty good. All right, chicken wings are on. We got down to about 215, so I'm not gonna open it. But they're in there, they're going. I had a little, it's not a very big Pit Boss, so I had a little issue with putting them all in there, but they are all in there now. We're gonna let it go for about 45 minutes, and then we'll rotate them 180, cook them for another 45 minutes, and then we will sauce them with some honey barbecue. Smells amazing already, so should be good to go. Get back up to temperature and we should rock it.
I do need help.
Got the dogs out here. Chickens are out. The dogs don't really mess with the chickens. Like Bella could care less. Every once in a while Ralph will chase the chicken. But got the bowl of scrap. Found some chips that weren't no good. There's an old piece of pizza. There's pasta. There's a bunch of stuff in the bottom. So I'm gonna give this the old toss out, and they get a little treat. So I don't think I got this on. Nope, it's off. Perfect. So give this the old toss. There's some pasta in there. There's some bell peppers. There's some onions. There was that pizza in there. There's chips. So everyone's got a little treat, a little something. When we bought this house in July, the chickens came with the property. We've probably lost half of them. Maybe not quite half. We still have quite a few, but I'd like to have a lot more. Did pay for all the meat birds today, so they will be here, I think April is what it said. So we're gonna get about 100 meat birds, 6 or 8 weeks of them, and then we'll process them, and then we'll have them in the freezer. Really would like to get a couple cows out here. That way I could have just meat all the time. I didn't have to like get on someone's schedule to get meat processed or whatever. So I would like to have my own steers, cows, whatever. Listen, I'm not a farm person. We're just gonna make do here at the homestead. But I'd like to get my own cows, get them butchered. I would also like to get a couple sheep or some goats. Basically just eat this field is all I want them to do. I don't really want them to do anything else, but yeah, everything's cooking. The chicken wings, chicken drumsticks, they're on their second sides. They got about another 20 minutes or so, and then they'll be done. The queso is about done. The little smokies, they're done. Everything's just warming. So here in a little bit we'll pack it up. We'll go over to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house. He's got a pretty sweet little setup in his back. He's got a building on his property. He's got a little man cave thing going on. He's a big Chiefs fan, so got a couple TVs and a projector and a beer fridge, and it's a setup. So eventually one of these days I'll get the same thing, but baby steps. It's all about baby steps. So dogs needed to go on a little bit of a run, and then take them back in the house. We'll get ready to go. All right, it's been about an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. I flipped them once. Oh, you can't tell me those don't look delicious. So we're gonna take them off, we're gonna sauce them up, and we'll be done.